Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. So today, since this is the start of the new year, I thought I would talk a little bit about what I've learned about writing goals and how to write goals that you're actually going to stick to and goals that you are actually going to succeed with. So I'm just gonna jump right in. Really quick before I do start, I want to give some credit to Erin May Henry, who is a business coach, and I'm gonna be talking a little bit about mind mapping in this video after I talk about types of goals that we need to write. And she was the one who inspired this video, so I just wanted to throw her name out there. But yeah, okay, so diving right in, the first thing I want to talk about is the types of goals you have to choose from. So a lot of the times when we're writing goals, we think that there's only one way to write them. It's like, okay, like what do you want? You write it down. But actually there's two types of goals. So the first type of goal is result-based. So this is the type of goal that most people tend to write down immediately. It's the first thing that they think of. And a result-based goal might sound something like, I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to gain 500 new subscribers on my YouTube channel. I want to, strengthen my relationship with one of my siblings or one of my parents, something like that. So it's a result-based goal. You're aiming for a certain result that you want to see. The next type of goal is something that is more action-based. So you might say things like, I want to run 1 mile every day, or I am going to make 2 videos a week, something like that. And now the difference is a lot of people tend to write the result-based goals, which is an issue because when you think about it, there's always going to be an aspect of that goal that is out of your control. So what I mean by that is, you can say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. And you can do everything in your power to lose those 10 pounds, eat healthy, exercise, whatever. But in the end, you can't actually force your body to lose 10 pounds. There's always something out of your control. So when people make goals like that, they tend to get discouraged if, they've put all this work in and they don't see the exact result that they were looking for, if that makes sense. So in this video, I really want to encourage you guys as you're thinking about maybe goals you want to try to reach this year, in the new year, or just in your daily lives, try to pick goals that are more action-based. So for example, if your goal is to lose, I already used that example. So if your goal is to gain 500 subscribers, right? Again, that's out of your reach. You can't just force people to subscribe to your channel. So maybe a better goal might be to do something like, I'm gonna upload 3 videos a week. And it's a lot of content, but hopefully posting 3 videos a week on your channel would make you more likely to get to that result that you were originally looking for. But the difference is that these action items are within your control. So let's say you don't meet the goal. Let's say you don't end up posting 3 videos a week. Then you can sit down and say, okay, what went wrong? Because that's a specific action. You either do it or you don't do it. Whereas if you just said, I want 500 subscribers, then it's like, okay, there's a bunch of ways that you could reach that goal. You could post more, you could make longer videos, whatever it might be. So with that, I hope you guys kind of understand the difference between the two, and I really want to encourage you to do more action-based goals. So I guess one last example, I mentioned it earlier, your, result-based goal might have been, I want to strengthen my relationship with my mom, for example. But since obviously there's not really an action item, it's a goal, but it doesn't really give you a specific path of how to get there. So if you were to do an action-based goal, you might say, okay, to strengthen my relationship with my mom, I know she really likes baking, so I'm gonna aim to bake 1 new recipe with her every single week so we can hang out together and do something she really likes to do. And that is an action-based goal because that's something you either do it or you don't do it. You either bake 1 new recipe with your mom every week or you don't. So that is, I think, a lot better because that way you don't get discouraged when you don't see the results that you want to see. They're action-based. So you can say, oh yeah, I did accomplish that action. I posted 3 times a week. I ate really healthy every day. I, baked new recipes with my mom every week. Whatever the action is, you either do it or you don't do it. And that keeps you more accountable because it gives you a clear path, a clear goal of what you're supposed to be doing. Now for the second part of the video, I want to show you the mind mapping that I did for my goals this January, something that Erin May Henry taught me. And so basically this is partly her system of how she writes down her goals. And then I also thought it was really cool. One of my friends in college told me that he has different themes for every month, basically. So instead of writing out specific, very intense goals for himself to follow, he'll write themes. So for example, one theme might be, health for him. And if he has a theme of health, he'll make all the choices that month kind of thinking about that theme, like, okay, which is a healthier option? Which option do I think makes my body feel better? Stuff like that. And I think that's really cool because it kind of gives you an overarching goal, if that makes sense, of like, this is my theme. It's reading, it's health, it's whatever, it's family, it's friends, whatever the theme might be. And then you have some leeway, you have some flexibility, but in the back of your mind, you're always trying to make those decisions based on that theme. So here, I will show you my mind map. Let me wait for the camera to focus on it. So this is what my mind map looks like, and this is for January. So I'm just deciding to do these by month because I think that is a lot more helpful than just doing one goal for the year, because I don't know about you guys, but my goals change almost every week. So I thought 1 month is a good place to start. And so I'll kind of show you what I mean about the action-based goals that I talked about earlier. So here in January, I have 3 different themes. So I have a theme of health, I have a theme of self-care, and I have a theme of YouTube. So on each of these different themes, those are kind of like the more highlighted sections of my mind map. And then branching out, I have 2 like action-based goals for each theme. So for example, for health, it says 30 minutes of movement a day. And it also says no fast food for the month of January. And again, these are just my personal goals. And as you can notice, it doesn't say anything about, numbers with losing weight or, anything like that, because again, that is out of my control to an extent, if you guys follow me. So I'm doing goals that I know that I can keep myself accountable for. So like 30 minutes of movement a day, that is in my control. I can either do it or I don't do it. So that's something I wrote down. And again, no fast food. I either do it or I don't do it. And the nice thing about the action-based goals is because they're action items at the end of the month, if you feel like you didn't reach your goals or didn't do exactly what you wanted to do, you can go back and say, okay, where did I go wrong? You can say, was the no fast food a little intense for me? Like, do I want a few cheat days in the month? Like, what should I do to kind of help make sure my goal is attainable? But again, if you were to do the result-based goals and you say, lose however many pounds, then it's like you go back, but it's really hard to kind of judge where you went wrong or where you kind of fell off of your path towards your goal because there's no actual steps in that pathway. So moving on, for example, one of my other themes was YouTube. So I put 1, keep my workspace clean. And that's kind of an indirect, pathway to my goal, because for me, I know when I make YouTube videos, if my desk is messy, if my room is messy, it is such a pain to try and clean everything up and then be like, oh, and now I have to film the YouTube video. So if I just keep my workspace clean, keep my camera ready, it's gonna be a lot easier for me to sit down and make a video. And then my second action goal for the theme of YouTube is to upload 1 time a week. And as you can see here, the number 1 is a bit bold. That's because it used to be a number 2. And I sat down and I realized that even thinking about uploading 2 times a week and filming 2 times a week and editing 2 videos a week, that was just already overwhelming in my head and I hadn't even started. So I was like, okay, Mira, that was really cute, but why don't we set a more realistic goal, something that's not gonna make you feel overwhelmed for the start. And that's another thing I want you guys to remember, that like it's been a really tough year and a lot of people might be feeling like they didn't do enough this year or they have a lot of goals in mind that they want to accomplish. But just remember, take it easy. It's okay if your goals aren't super intense or anything crazy or mind-blowing. It doesn't need to be like that. Hold on, oh my God, I need water. Water break, everyone. Don't forget to stay hydrated. All right, here we go. Okay, back to what I was saying. So basically, I feel like a lot of people this year have been really going super hard on the goals for the things they want to accomplish. But remember, it's okay to take it easy. What I like to think is if I make a goal that's too overwhelming, I know myself and I know that I'm just going to end up not doing it at all. And I'm sure a lot of you have found yourselves in that situation. So remember, give yourself a goal that is attainable. If it already feels overwhelming in your head before you've even started, like as soon as you've written it down, you probably have to readjust. So when I wrote upload 2 times a week, I was like, that's great, Mira, you do that. But then as soon as I wrote it down, I was like, that is a lot. And I don't know if I actually have the time to do that. So I changed it to 1 time a week and I felt much better. And I was like, that is an attainable goal. That is something I can definitely do. And lastly, my third theme was self-care. So I put read 1 new book every week because I wanted to get back into reading, and I put meditate for 5 minutes a day. Again, both of those things are not really looking at the result, they're looking at the action. And another thing is we are so obsessed with looking at results, I feel like, in our society, and we really just need to take time to break down the things that we're doing and just say, okay, what are action items that I can do realistically and feel proud of myself for doing? And it's much better to focus on the journey, I think, than the result. And I feel like because of that, your goals will feel a lot more within reach. So yeah, again, here's my mind map. If you want to see more about the mind map, just comment below. Maybe I'll make like a video specifically outlining how you can make one, or, make a template or something like that. And yeah, that is the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. If you have questions about goals, writing goals, things like that, just feel free to comment them below, or you can DM me on Instagram, and I'll try to respond to you there if I see your messages. But yeah, anyway, that was all for this video. Pretty short and sweet, but I just wanted to share what I had learned this year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.